What can't be unlearned? A male ladybug sometimes will have sex with a dead female for up to 4 hours without realizing she's dead. Same. Why would ladybugs fuck for 4 hours? That seems like a weird evolutionary trait. A necrophiliac ladybug, that's funny. Can't say no if they're dead. I too chose this ladybug's wife. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. God, spoilers. You know some people haven't finished the biology book yet. Maize bean, ATP such and such. Except it was originally coined the bioblast by the guy who first discovered it. But no one believed him until the second guy named it the mitochondria. Unlimited POWER. Your butthole can stretch to about 15 centimeters. And raccoons can fit in gaps of about 13 centimeters. Technically a raccoon could climb in your butt. Can confirm as your. Ow, I hate you for this. You just made me 4,000 miles away. Clench my sphincter. With great power comes great responsibility. Interesting that it can stretch 15 centimeters but can't pass a single piece of shit without me crying. Knowing that a crushing fetish exists. Can confirm. Learned about it several years ago and I still know what it is. How I feel about crush fetishes. https://youtube.com/watch v=ibtkheek. OMG, read that as crushing fetus. I am actually relieved finding out the truth. FFS. Everything can be unlearned, because everything is stored somewhere in the brain. For example, in finger agnosia people lose the ability to distinguish and recognize their fingers. Weird. Reminds me of mindfulness when you do the body scan. You become so aware of your fingers and your toes and you're like, wow. I never even think about these fuckers. As a musician, artist, and writer, that horrifies me. Thanks. The psychological conditioning behind your birth name. My mom's name. Fake. Of course, but similar enough. Is Anna, pronounced Anna by her mother. But most people call her Anna, and when she takes a polygraph test for her job and is called Anna, she, at 60 years old, flags as deceptive, even if you reject your birth name, or go by a nickname or middle name. The deepest roots of your mind still remember that the original first name you responded to is your name. I guarantee you that someone smarter than me is producing an extensive body of academic research on how this affects ethnic minorities who go by different names socially and in the workplace in order to fit in. Greater than when she takes a polygraph test for her job and is called Anna, she, at 60 years old, flags as deceptive. Greater than. Maybe that has something to do with polygraphs being complete bullshit. Trauma. Doesn't the brain regularly block out traumatic memories? Edit. Regularly was a bad word, but shit, I just asked a relevant question. Why am I on trial? Still have yet to discover the right amount of alcohol. Seems like I've only reached the level, unmasking more trauma that your mind tried to hide to protect you. Hard enough hit should make you forget. 3. I used the trauma to forget the trauma. Thinking in a language. I dare you to stop. You hear a gunshot while he's not thinking anymore. I've done it, but it was due to a bad head injury and was temporary. I don't recommend it. Thinks in binary. How to play a C major scale on the piano. Once you've learned it, you're not wrong. In my case, add B flat major on the trumpet. Haven't touched my trumpet at almost 12 years. But those 7 years in school I spent playing it stick with me. Breathing. Tell that to my noose. PFT mine does all the fucking time when I'm sleeping. My asthma, wheeze, This is actually one of the top reasons people die of Alzheimer's, I've heard. This gave me breathing anxiety for some reason. The tiny voice in my head that tells me I'll never be good enough. You're not perfect. https://u2.be/oaxinch. T=15. It's not wrong. But doesn't it feel good to be right about something? That voice fuels me to improve myself though. Past me was weak, future me is an arrogant dick. A carrot 2 plus B carrot 2 smiley face, C carrot 2. The type of skin on your lips is the same type on your anus. It makes sense. They're both openings between the inside of your body and the outside, with the ability to open and close, that regularly have things passing through. Theme is your NSFW. Greater than. No wonder us gay guys enjoy eating ass so much. Less than. I learned that the tissue in your mouth is the same kind that lines the vagina. The same week, I decided to be adventurous and try eating cow cheek. The phone number of a friend when you were 10 years old. 867-5309. The ability to listen to people. Huh. Excuse me? Reading. I once observed that the goatee of a friend made his mouth look like a sideways vagina. It wasn't much of a leap to extrapolate that to all goatees. Trust me, there is no going back. At least I'll probably forget this someday. It sucks, but everything can be unlearned by diseases like ALS and Alzheimer's. When a bee ejaculates, its testicles explode, and the bee dies. Going out with a bang. Nut wisely, my children, because thou nut will be thy last. The Queen. Probably your native language. Really? I was fluent in French when I was little and now I can barely speak it. Chess and riding a bicycle. How do you play chess while riding a bike? Well, you can forget how to ride a bike temporarily if you learn a reverse steering bike. I'd send a YouTube link, but I'm on mobile. Talented. Game and cycle. Yeah. Bike to C5. TMI. Whatever you haven't already learnt. Reading. Try to look at a word text and not read it. FBI crime statistics. When writing Wednesday, your brain will always think wet NES day. How to breathe. You learn it within minutes of being born and you'll never forget it. Imagine suffocating because you took too long to learn how to breathe. Walking. How to spot bad kerning. Once you know what it is, it will bug the shit out of you. Addiction. I still want a drink after this long without one. Once we learn how to read, we can't stop. The existence of the FedEx arrow. Carrying things with your hands. Unless you count becoming paralyzed or STH similar and losing the ability to use your hands because of it is unlearning. At least losing the ability to do STH doesn't count as unlearning. Emo. Masturbation. Muscle memory. Riding a bike. Apparently. Somewhat true, but not entirely. https://www.youtube.com/watch v equals MFC dabs ball A0. Everything can be unlearned if the brain is affected in the right way. Enough trauma or injury, and people can easily forget how to walk, talk, or communicate at all. FedEx logo has an arrow in it. Koalas are riddled with chlamydia. Donald Sterling lost a whole basketball team because he didn't want his GF posting pics of her hanging out with black dudes. Your birth might be 9 months after a holiday, parent's birthday, or other similar event. My parents had a very happy Martin Luther King Day. Learning that the brick block texture in Minecraft is misaligned. You notice too, it fits in a few directions but looks out of place if you have a good angle on it. I was building a wall around a village and went on our tower to get a good view of it. Then I saw it. I have an annuity and I need cash now. Call JG Wentworth, 877-CASHNOW. Fine dining and breathing. The game is a mental game where the objective is to avoid thinking about the game itself. Thinking about the game constitutes a loss, which must be announced each time it occurs. It is impossible to win most versions of the game you are now playing. And I just lost. Fuck you. We severely dislike you right about now. The Empire Today phone number from that one commercial. Or musical note 800-588-2300 EMPIRE musical note 773202 EMPIRE. The lyrics to the MASH theme song. Once you know them, it becomes asterisk much darker, asterisk. Don't say you haven't been warned. https Genius.com/suicide-is-painless-mash-theme-song-lyrics. That there's only two genders. It cannot be unlearned, but it can be denied. Hey, dude. So, gender is purely in one's head. It is a part of self-identity in humans, which originated from biological sex and its advantages. Gender is not to be confused with biological sex. Gender is in your head and can change. But biological sex is the set of chromosomes you're born with. Basically, gender is a social construct that only exists in our heads. So I don't see why we should be limited to strictly two. Have a good day, Mr. Being gay is a choice. That's just called miseducation. Wanking. That male house cats have a barbed penis. Just wait till you hear about ducks.
That's it! That's it!